I figured I'd let that go through. Hooray! Produced by Namco? Namco? Really? Did I open the wrong game? Yes, I did. Ignore the man behind the curtain. I think I may have actually. Yeah. Oh god. I haven't even been live. 5 fucking minutes, Denny. I don't have 5 fucking minutes, and I've already launched the wrong game. Okay, wonderful. That's yeah, no amount of preparation will get you into this. Just ignore the man behind the curtain. Ugh. So that's surprise. That's what we're playing. This is FPS Friday. This is where I try to play FPSs I either haven't played in a long time, never played at all. Who knows? Who cares? Classics, weirdos, creeps, freaks. All of those aptly describe me. I am noticing though. I think this might actually support widescreen. So we're gonna have to switch to the other one here. Give me a second. Yeah, it looks like it does. So let's check this out. Does it? So. Okay. Yeah. So this is the FPS that's based on the light gun shooter from the mid '90s. You may remember, which is also by the same title, Area 51. They turned it into a first-person shooter around 2004, starring. It's basically kind of like a Half-Life type deal. With the main character voiced by David Duchovny, which instantly leads credibility to any sort of alien-based product. And it has an alien who is voiced by Marilyn Manson, who he does a job in it. He does a job. Nothing spectacular, but also nothing like bad. He does a job, and it's okay. I'm cool with him being there. But for the most part, I've played through the majority of this. I have a PC copy of it somewhere. Ooh. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a name. Nub. Slob. There we go. So yeah, as I mentioned, it's based on Area 51. It's kind of like a, oh, well, Half-Life was pretty cool like 6 years ago. Oh my god, that's how old Half-Life is. This came out 6 years after the original. FPS made on top of that framework. Very similar idea. You're in this base, although this is based on Area 51, so they can kind of play around with the history a little bit. Play up on the mystery surrounding the complex and everything like that. But overall, I remember the gameplay being fairly entertaining. Like not that super spectacular, but thoroughly enjoyable. So let's find out what happens here. My headset fucked up. I think my headphones might be fucked up. I'll fix it while we watch this.
In 47, we had a chance. There was a pact made for the greater good.
Also, let me know about the audio. I think the game might be a little bit too low. Because it's low for me.
It's a shame, really, that progress Congress must take such a step back.
At least they're trying. And yes, the handicapped science genius is a trope. Good enough, whatever. I can overlook that. I just hope this game stands up, because if I play this and I'm like all excited and it just turns out to be shit, it's gonna be a heartbreaker. That's one thing about going back to some classic games is the potential for them to actually be shit. I really hope. I really hope. I remember there being some clever stuff in this game, so hopefully that really stands up.
I thought this place was quarantined. You gotta be kidding me. What the?
More intro than I'm expecting. I'm okay with it. I mean, it's not incredible quality CG, but it's workable. It's enough for 2004.
It was supposed to be a routine mission.
There he is.
We go in, identify the biohazard, clean, and get out. We'd experienced hot zones before. We've had to use force before. But this was different. The drop location was different. Very different. Government conspiracies, secret weapon testing.
If anything, the level of CG in this,
I didn't believe any of it.
it's
Nothing could have prepared me for what I was about to encounter.
just the level of cheesy that I'm
My story.
okay. I'm good with that.
Journey.
By the way, this game was succeeded. Is that a? Can I use that term? Succeeded with a second game, PS3, 360, PC, I think. Black Site Area 51. Remember it not being very memorable. Hey, it's. Whoa, hey, hold on, man. Okay, so it's a first-person shooter. Hence the day. Howard's Booth. Why is that name familiar? I feel like I should know who that is. This is somebody really obvious. I'm gonna look up their face and find out that. Oh, duh. Right? Oh, duh. I actually legitimately mean that. So I'm like, oh, okay. I see what it is. All right. Actually, I think I know what you were talking about. You were talking about the light gun shooter, right? That this is based on? Fuck you. I like that game, and I like Site B. I enjoy those games quite a bit. Give me a second to rant. As I haven't even finished a single drink, and I'm already gonna get into a rant. I think that might be a record at this point. I usually need at least one and a half drinks before I start doing this. So we're talking about light gun games. It's based on Area 51 and stuff. One genre I think could thrive, absolutely fucking thrive in VR would be the arcadey light gun shooter. Imagine that. You don't have to worry about movement. You have all these pre-existing titles that are already in 3 dimensions. You just got to fill out a little bit of, the area around the player so they, can interact with the entire environment. But, look behind themselves and actually see something like that. If you were to take a bunch of games, you could take House of the Dead 2, House of the Dead, House of the Dead 3, House of the Dead 4, House of the Dead 900, House of the Dead Extinction. I think things the name. No, Overkill. Overkill is the name of it. The Wii one. You could take all of these 3-dimensional light gun shooters, drop them into VR, make new ones, do whatever you want. It's not so easy with Area 51 because it's 2-dimensional, so there's not really like a lot of depth to it. But you could take those, do those on VR. You put that sucker on PSVR tomorrow, I'm buying all of it. it seems like a genre that overcome. Not only is it you have these games that you already know are good, but they also overcome the limitations of VR, which currently are movement. So how does this keep fucking messing up? Something's wrong with my audio. Another goddamn Time Crisis game. Trying to figure out what's going on with the audio here. Give me a second. Oh god. Actually, no. I think it's the Xbox that's doing it. Because I'm getting crackling on the right side. Which isn't your problem, but I think you might be getting it too. That's why I'm kind of, you know how I get with technical shit. Come on, baby.
Specialist, your pistol is over there.
Almost got it. Wow, this is so entertaining to watch. Oh, come the fuck on.
Your pistol is over there.
I think we're good. Yeah, there we go. Okay, hooray. Crisis is over. Just be glad for one thing. I'm diving behind the desk and you can't see my fucking ass crack. Just be happy with that. Unless you'll give me bits. Then we can work something out. But we'll get to that a little bit later. This is about this dude. Well, not that dude.
Pistol is over there.
Shut the fuck up! Ew.
Here you go, sir. Standard issue pistol, fully equipped.
They just walk. Okay, I walk into it.
Join Crispy at the range.
Also, shit. Can I change this FOV? This is. Oh my god. Am I actually trying to change the FOV in a fucking original Xbox game? Not gonna happen. I should not even look. Oh well.
Glad you can make it, Cole. Step on over to the range and fire off a few shots. Make your mommy proud.
Want me to go over to the range and rub one out? Oh, just help him out because he might need it.
Cole, buddy, why don't you grab some ammo and we'll have a little shooting contest?
How do you expect me to not do that immediately?
You ready to get scored?
Ew.
Okay, Cole. First one.
That's not an ammo pickup sound. That's fucking disgusting.
You better pop in a fresh clip there, Chief.
I can't because I already learned how to reload due to muscle memory
Ready?
or common sense.
Your mark. Get set. Go. That's one. And a two. Three. Ha! Oh, son of a bitch. Best 2 out of 3.
Let's not keep him waiting. Move out.
The way his mouth opens is what makes it so entertaining. Can I kill myself? I'm getting high as fuck. Oh, they haven't taught me how to crouch yet, so I can't go through here. Because maybe you can crouch there?
Get it together and move out.
Oh, no, that's the crouch button. Okay. That's kind of weird. It's left stick in. And that's a jump button. And then, oh. Well, I'm not supposed to be over here yet, am I? Shit, this laptop. Or maybe I am and it's just like a secret. What's the button to interact? Am I already fucking around with this game? Black button, white button. Zoom in on it. Ooh, oh my god! I'm actually surprised that this has iron sights. That is something that is genuinely surprising and very welcome, actually. That's probably the number one thing that fucking annoys me about Left 4 Dead, is that there's just no iron sights. Absolutely annoying. Is it at least the melee button? Oh yeah, take that information.
Okay, gentlemen. Let's get it together and move out.
What happens if I don't know if I'm supposed to be interacting with this or not. Oh well, fuck it.
Okay, gentlemen. Let's go. They need my quarters.
Okay, so what's on the face of the dummy? Let's see. Let's find out. And survey says, a dude. That's boring. Can't even put a fucking alien on there. So there's an interesting thing about this. This game was released by Midway, obviously, because they had the rights to the IP of Area 51. They were responsible for all the releases, I believe, even up to their demise. Because Black Site came out in 2007. Same year as Stranglehold, actually. A weird thing is, so there was a PC version of this, right? Which had its own issues. But still, I mean, I played through it, or it got near the end of it or something like that, and I thought it was fun. So there's a PC version of this. There's a PC version of the original Suffering game, which is something I would love to play on here one of these days. That's a lost series
What the hell is going on here?
that nobody fucking remembers. 2 games, horror action games. So I think I would be okay playing them on stream. Some really interesting shit happens in those titles. There we go. Oh, it's a dual purpose gun. Okay. And the scanner is now enabled.
Cole, take a look at this. Switch to your scanner and get a reading off that arm. Later on, you can go through your data bank and see the information in more detail. Aren't these things great? Beats the equipment we had in Rwanda.
Let me scan your dick.
That's for field samples.
Oh, okay. More info than I was expecting.
Sir, you are not cleared for this area.
Just shine these lights in your eyes and see if he fucks with me. Oh, interesting. His heart rate is not varying at all.
Sir, you are not.
Wait. Flesh tearing away from the body? Don't cock tease me like that, fuckers.
Time to go. Let's go, Cole.
Yep, let's go. Does this, glasses. Does this, I'm 1 foot away from the trigger, aren't I?
I want every square inch of this base searched. We've got an unauthorized agent running around loose here.
Unauthorized Asian?
Compromised the elevator and blew up that transport truck. There's no telling what he'll try to destroy next. Most of our men are down below, leaving us understaffed.
So you're saying that most of your men
I know this isn't your line of
below
work,
me?
but I need you and your team
Below
to help
me?
in the search.
Okay, man. We'll break into 2 groups. Cole, go with McCann. Me and Crispy will handle the copter bay. Let's roll.
I'm not pissing, I'm pouring a drink.
We gotta search the shooting range area. Look for any
I might be doing both, but I am also pouring a drink. Power up. Okay. Oh, God damn it, I was just here. Fucker. Or wait, no, I am supposed to. Okay. Man. Dude.
We gotta check the range area. You got point, Cole.
So everybody through here is just okay with there being like a battle in the next room? Let me get on the goddamn scanner. God damn it. Oh, really? I already went through here. Boo. I went ahead in the tutorial area, I guess. He hit me in the face with a grenade. This gunplay isn't good. This better not be the first inkling of a bunch of stuff I'm noticing sucks. I told you, I'm gonna be...
Man, what is going on? Government's got to be in way over their heads here. This is some scary biotech.
Okay.
We're coming in.
We'll send a team to recover the body.
Don't bother. There's nothing here. I'll explain when I get there. Out.
Although there's clearly green stuff, so they should go ahead and take a look. A, to see whether or not there's something there that they can research, and B, to make sure that's not going to be a hazard to all the people who have to work in this. Oh my god, dude, come on. You're a fucking... You have to be a scientist. You have glasses on. Duh. That's the way science works. Okay. Oh god, don't make squish noises when I'm trying to pick up weapons. Just make like a generic equipment sound, or like zippers rustling or something like that.
Colonel Vape, please report to the Hazard Command Center. Colonel Vape, please report
Yeah, Colonel Vape.
to Command Center.
Well,
Good work, Cole.
okay.
I'm glad you're part of the team.
McCann, we sent a team to recover whatever was left of the body. You'll have to tell me more about it on the way down.
Okay, men. The elevator should be fixed. Let's move out.
I'm getting strong vibes of Rogue Commando. The Star Wars FPS. That's a legitimately good game as well. Hopefully it holds up as well as this does.
We lost contact with Haz team.
I don't know if that's an insult or not. I didn't mean it as one.
Up with them
Oh
and
no.
report your status. Godspeed, gentlemen. We're counting on you.
We hope you enjoy your stay at Area 51, America's foremost covert government resort and spa. Frisbee, shut the hell up. Hey!
I'm not unjustified in my lashing out at others, am I? I feel perfectly justified for it.
As we descended into the base, I realized just how large it was. Everywhere we looked, we saw secrets. Spy planes, banned weapons, and a lot of scared people. The virus was designed to hide in its host.
That's who I am.
Those infected began to mutate in 4 hours. But they lost in immunity. They gained in strength. The command staff thought they'd responded fast enough. That the protocols had worked. That the virus was contained. The
See,
government had no choice but to respond with extreme measures.
this is interesting shit right here.
When we finally arrived,
Definitely.
it was almost with a sense of relief. To start the mission, to do something, anything, meant an opportunity to forget what we just witnessed.
Maybe that's what I did. I forgot the gameplay, but I remembered the story and some of the events from it.
Dreamland are rumored to be some of the most brilliant minds in the world.
So let's be honest, this whole setting is fascinating.
Hell, they probably created everything. And yet they're terrified of what's beyond those doors. The doors I'm about to open. Lucky me.
That might actually be just it, right? Where the presentation and everything like that just overrode all my memories. Because the gameplay so far, obviously, not terribly interesting. But
You has Team Bravo. Affirmative. What's the situation? They keep charging us. We're barely holding on here. Had orders to pass through here.
oh fuck, he's got a gun. Oh well, I mean, you know, Area 51, so it's been a while since I played the original. I legitimately enjoy the Area 51 games, by the way. Okay, so answer me this question right. So, whenever you play a Lycan game in arcades, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one who still does, but whenever I see a Lycan game in an arcade, I'm like, oh, hot shit. What I love to do, right? I love to go ahead and spend double the amount of money you usually would, and use both guns at the same time. Fucking love that. It's top notch. It's a really fun way to play these games. It's like if I play Lethal Enforcers, boom, 2 guns. If I'm playing House of the Dead, oh my god, House of the Dead is probably on one of my top 10 list of games that I would own from the arcade if I ever had like crazy amounts of money. The first one specifically, that's my favorite one.
Be careful out there.
The first House of the Dead is, oh, I fucking love that game. I absolutely fucking love that game. That's from an era of games. I don't mean to ignore you, Area 51, because I do legitimately. We're starting to get places where I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Like I said, a little bit Half-Life ishness. Getting some strong Dead Space vibes here too. 4 years before the game came out, by the way. I have the feeling if you were to go ahead and make this, if we were to remake, like do like a remake, or Night Dive did a re-release of it or something right now, the way games are, it just, the setting's more interesting in a vacuum, but putting it together with all of the games we have now, it's a little bit like we're overwhelmed by this type of stuff, especially after the success of Half-Life. This is only 6 years after that game. So we don't have as many of the derivatives out there, but I think in the FPS genre, it usually tends to stick with certain things. And I completely forgot that there was dual wielding in this game. Very happy though. You know what this is feeling like right now? A good version. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to mention the game.
No contact.
Because I can use that for a future FPS Friday. If you understand my thought process, you can probably figure out what... Oh, I was just about to say, how do I turn my fucking flashlight on? Sure enough. Let me know also how viewable this is. It's most likely going to be kind of dark to see, so... If you need me to adjust it or anything like that, for me it's going to be a little bit harder than you because I have all these bright lights in the room to accentuate the green screen and make sure I pop. But if necessary, I can always go ahead and adjust the brightness and contrast and shit. I decided maybe 10-15 minutes before I went live tonight what game I was going to play. Originally I was going to do Metro, still on the list, but I remember I had this, so. Yeah, give me a second. I gotta not die. Which body? Damn it. Oh, this one. Super contagious body. Let's get the fuck away from this thing, then.
Contact.
Hey, Cole, how about you go really close to that thing that's most likely to kill you? Okay, so that's not... Don't make the squish noise. Squish noise for picking up equipment is not a good noise. It just makes me feel dirty. It feels like someone's stuffing a finger up my ass every single time I pick up a fucking assault rifle. Good. Good. Yeah, ever since I picked up that HDMI, like third-party cable adapter for the Xbox, I was about to say Xbox, but for the original Xbox, it's workable. It's just good enough. Like, you're not going to get something super spectacular out of this, and I'm not going to spend $400 on cables for the original Xbox, but... Oh, shit. It's good enough. Let's be honest. You should be fucked up a little bit, so it shouldn't have perfect clarity anyway. Oh, anyway, what I was talking about before we got into the whole story sequences and everything like that. So this is one of a couple of, well, you know, Midway was a big supporter of PC games. A lot of their games came out for PC. The Suffering that Ties That Bind, Stranglehold, a lot of their stuff, right? None of their NFL games or sports games did, though, sadly. Most likely, I don't know. Maybe there's something in their agreement with the individual sports fucking companies or something like that. It's presumably due to piracy or complexity or some shit like that. Anyway, an interesting thing that happened with this and the original Suffering game is that at one point, I want to say in like 2006, 2007, Midway released each of the games. What is there a button I pressed there? Come on. How do I fucking interact with this thing? What? Oh, goddammit, I threw a grenade. I'm not dead, though, so that's good. Do I have to scan it? That's how you do it. Okay. Okay. Actually, fuck it. Why don't I just stay down here and let them deal with them? The NPCs most likely can do whatever the fuck they want. I can tell my story while they're doing it, too. So, yeah, midway around 2005, 2006, I want to say, they released this, Area 51 for PC, and, well, they re-released it. And they re-released The Suffering for PC, but they re-released them with advertising in them. And totally for free. It was probably like an experiment to see, like, if that business model would work. So, say, for example, like this. We played through an entire level, you get a cutscene, and then there would be, like, an ad in it. And then, you know, you just continue the game along, kind of like a TV show. Interesting idea to give the game away for free and perpetually have revenue coming from that, but that is not necessarily something that you can get away with, A, with a game that's being technically recycled, and B, a game that's single player. A game that's multiplayer, sure, you could get away with that, because obviously people are going to be perpetually playing it. There's no finite endpoint, which, you know, depending on the quality of the single player game, or the scope of it. Like, if it's an Elder Scrolls game, yeah, people are going to continue to play the fuck out of that. But those people are also aren't going to put up with ads. They'd rather pay outright, which is another fucking story I'll get to in a second. Or 10 minutes, or tomorrow. TLDR, I tried Warframe last week. I'd rather just pay $60. That game is fucking ruined by monetization. Oh my god, I'm dead. That's my fault, though, because I ate my own grenade. I choked on my own pineapple.
Command, the power's still down. Can you give us a grid on that generator?
You're close. According to the blueprints, you should be able to reach it through an access point at the base of the room.
Let's go through here. Actually, let me see. Let's just do it that way. I think that'll work.
Okay, McCann. You and Cole
It's a little bit better,
find a
yeah.
way to bring the power back up. We're on it. Cole, with me.
And I scan. Oh, good. Even though I'm dead. Or died. I've died it. Didn't have to scan that again. Yeah, part of how disorienting this is not only because of the darkness and whatnot. Oh, yeah, duh. Not only because of that, but also the field of view is really fucking around. I have the feeling the field of view is probably easier to deal with when you play it in full screen, but I have the Xbox set to widescreen. So most likely it's just using the same one.
We found the generator room. We'll have it up in no
Ah,
time.
well.
I think I've got control of it from here. Cole, find the control system for the power. It should be up on that catwalk.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not going through that. Oh, this is kind of bullshit. Can I just put my shoes over it, or... Oh. Will you let me jump up this thing? Never know it till you try. Ah, boo. Boo, fuck you. Yeah, let me go try this. Whatever this is. Shut the fuck up. No, there's nowhere to go around this here. Okay, fine. I'll do your little dance. Fuckers. He's being lazy. Half-Eye Flatter. Just didn't make the same noise.
Resetting power now.
Wait, what? I didn't press a...
Lines rerouted. Cole, turn the generator back on.
There we go. Power up.
Captain, McCann here.
My shirt just flies off.
Back.
Just to compare this, right? I want to say that this game came out a year before Fear did. Let that sink in.
Holy shit, McCann! Watch your six! You motherfucker! Hands up! Man down!
You son of a bitch, you killed Glasses. Oh. Dude, you have that happen. I've been with that guy for like, well, 40 minutes. Fear is a good fucking game. That should show up on here at one point. That's the fun thing about this, right? I think the theming idea for these games every week for machines and stuff, I think that's going to pan out. Because for some of these things, I can get into some classics. I got a little bit of range in what I can do. The Wednesday stuff still hasn't been decided, obviously, but I got a couple of candidates, and once I find out a solid selection method, I have one in mind. I'm going to test it this weekend to find out if it's good enough, but we'll see. Anyway, Fear, fantastic game. Horror FPS game sounds ambitious, but it doesn't sound easy to pull off. I think that's where Fear excels. Not only is the general gameplay good, the AI in it is spectacular. That's like one of the biggest things about that game. That especially that helps amp up the fear in Fear is the fact that the enemies are, I wouldn't say artificial intelligence because obviously it's not real AI, but the scripting is so sophisticated that it feels like it, and you genuinely feel like you're playing with somebody who might outsmart you. That's like the big thing about Fear. Like in Fear, you will actually sit there and fucking plan things. And enemies will be smart enough to either respond quickly enough to take you out, or just like completely avoid your best laid plans. So
Bullshit. McCann's dead. Did you miss that part? Crispy.
Your insertion point has been overrun.
definitely a good game though.
Going back. You need
And the horror element isn't like heavy-handed. It's not like Layers of Fear where every single time you turn around, spooky. Woo! It's fuck Layers of Fear. I really hate that game. I played through it in one day, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is just... It's just like, are you scared yet? You scared yet? There's a loud noise. Are you scared yet? Turn around. There's something behind you that wasn't there before. But it's not like actively scary. It's just new. Or it's a scream. It's... Fuck Layers of Fear. I went through a little bit of a phase where I played a couple of games that were first person. They weren't necessarily FPSs, but they were like first person puzzle games and little exploration titles and stuff. That was one of the games I played during that phase, and just, oh my god. Fuck Layers of Fear. I really was not happy with it. Obviously, like from an artistic standpoint and stuff like that, I can understand what they're going for, and you know, it wasn't like shit. It was just, it felt like, okay, I get it. Ooh, haunted house. And it just kept going with the same things. It's like if you watch a movie, right? Let's say 15 minutes of the movie, you're like, oh, this is the twist. And then you still have to watch the rest of it, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. I get it. You're hinting at this, and I know what's happening. That's what it felt like.
Stay focused will become part of the body count.
Fear's really fucking good, though. The second one, not so much.
I agree.
The third one, not so much.
But I can't help thinking. Am I next?
Command, this is Bravo. We've hit blue sector. We're waiting for their orders.
Like a David Duchovny just doesn't sound like he cares, which is good.
Uploaded a sitrep to the comm center, but the net's down and we can't access it. We need that report.
It's that cold, detached,
Transmitting the coordinates to the comm center. If
like,
Delta's no longer at that
description
location,
of...
retrieve
Oh,
their
there's a
signal
better way to
and
articulate it.
report in.
I'm not thinking about it right now.
Command, Bravo out. Okay, team. You heard the major. Find that comm center. Come on, position.
It's funny you said that, and the first thing I thought of was Far Cry 3. I don't know what you're talking about. Ghost Girl rapes you. What the fuck are you talking about? Uh-oh. I didn't do that. He died of his own accord. That one where that ghost girl rapes you. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm just taken aback. You guys can request all the backup you want. I'm gonna go ahead and like scan files and shit. Ooh. Oh. Oh no, he scanned this dude.
Scan the computer in the comm center.
I'll leave you to be alone with yourself. Ooh, files. No. They have to have a little reticle around them. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? As far as I know, in the later Fear games, you play as one of her children. So that's kind of fucked up. Okay. Spoilers? I played through the first two. I also played through the expansion for 2, I think. Yeah, I actually paid for the DLC for that. Fear 3, it's been in my account for, what, 5+ years? No, not played it, so... Gosh, you're turning me on. Incest, rape, first-person shooters. You're pushing all my buttons. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's fine and all. I just need to scan this key card. Gosh! That's not what I was... Press the X button. There we go.
No contact, sir. Command, this is Bravo. We retrieved Delta's sitrep. Sending now.
Bravo. It appears Delta's last intent was
Damn it, I need another identification card.
and hold until relieved. Go
No,
get 'em.
can't get it to there.
Command out.
Let's get going. We get Delta, and then we extract.
Health? No, I don't need health. So here's one observation. This really does have the feeling of, holy shit, everything has gone to hell. Because it's not like I'm just being led down corridors, and it's like, oh no. Here's the enemy that pops out of the vent. Here's the enemy that opens a grate in the floor and then attacks me. Here's the enemy that drops from the ceiling when I walk by. This really feels like there's shit happening everywhere, and we are in an environment that we're not fucking welcome in. There's a very chaotic element to it that I'm really enjoying.
Cease fire!
Area secure, sir. Thank God. You showed up just in time.
Sergeant, have you seen another hazmat crew down here?
Yeah, you're headed in the right direction. My team's orders are to secure this area. We'll cover your 6.
Thanks for the assist. Okay, moving out.
There's something to be said for a game that can successfully capture a shit gone wrong vibe.
Crispy, you're on door duty. I'm on it.
So what the fuck were we doing? I was too busy talking. Secure the area. Okay. Yeah, this is literally just go ahead and defend.
Base under full lockdown. All security personnel report to designated ESCON perimeter. Look out!
That's kind of a funny ragdoll.
Sir, you might want to take a look at these jars. Stow it and move it, Crispy. But sir, I think those are tracks. Keep moving, Crispy. Roger that.
I would be lying to you if I fucking remembered. I would be lying to you if I fucking remembered, because I don't remember. I finished Fear 2 7 years ago, maybe? I was going through a weird fucking period in my life at that point. I was actually living with my sister for like a year. And I ended up finishing it on 360. Which makes sense because the game is completely console-wise. The first Fear is a PC first-person shooter. The second Fear is really kind of dumbed down, both in UI and gameplay, for the controller. And I don't feel bad saying that. You can have a first-person shooter that is like rock solid, and it's flexible in how you can do things, and it can be aggressive and rough. Don't take all my words out of context. Don't you fucking dare. You can have a first-person shooter that's like fucking crazy and doesn't have those kinds of limitations, and then you can have one where everything is super shiny and just easy, and all the heads-up display is super gigantic. To the fucking grenade. That did not help. Nice. Yeah, I legit don't remember what happened at the end of Fear 2. I just don't. Which probably tells you how much I enjoyed the game. There are some games where all I remember is the ending. And there's some games where I played the fuck through it, and I loved it, and I just don't remember what happened to it. Like, I remember Max Payne 2 being an enjoyable game. I don't remember anything that fucking happened to that game. All I remember is that if you beat it on the hardest difficulty, a person survives. Look at me being nice. I'm refraining from spoilers in a 15-year-old game. Or 16 or 17? I don't remember when that came out. I could have sworn it was 2004, but I might be wrong. Think I'm wrong. Actually, speaking of Max Payne, I'm surprised those aren't backwards compatible on the Xbox One. And again, they're adding this shit like every fucking week, so. I'm really, as somebody who plays a lot of older games and stuff, and yes, I will count this as an older game. It's fucking 15 years old. And for everyone's gonna be like, it's not a fucking older game. Dude, look at my fucking NES cards. Look at my Genesis cards. I play older games. It's where I'm from. It's my home zone. As somebody who plays older games, I really appreciate the efforts of the Xbox One's backwards compatibility. Mostly because, like, dude, I can take Gears of War 2, 2008. Game's almost fucking 11 years old. I can take that and I can put it on a 4K TV, and it looks better than games that are being released right now. That's crazy to me. That's some good fucking backwards compatibility, right? I also like the fact that I don't have to rebuy the games again, unlike the PS4. I mean, don't get me wrong. The PS4's emulation of PS2 games is spectacular. I rebought the Warriors because I didn't have a disc copy, and it wouldn't accept it anyway. And being able to play that game, even in its limited frame rate, at 1080p was also pretty fucking cool. Oh, you know what? I think I might remember what you're talking about now. I think I do. Because I have a mental picture. I don't know if that's how I pictured it when you mentioned it, or how I pictured it remembering how it happened. It might be. I don't know. I was really into Four Loko when I played that game, so. I mean, look at the fucking like 40-ounce logo. I mean, come on, man.
Find the security station. I can't do dick without
Invalid.
that L1 card.
Invalid. You can't do dick? I mean, come on, man. You can do dick whenever the hell you want. Oh, God. It's still twitching. Come on. Can I? Yeah, there we go. Rough times. Rough times. That used to be my fucking brand. There was one point at which I don't remember if you. I don't remember. Well, I actually don't remember, but I don't know if you remember. But there was a point around like 2013 ish where all the Four Locos. They might still do this. I haven't had a Four Loko in a very long time. Allegedly. There was a time where they had stickers, right? They had stickers on the top of the cans. I used to have a wall of like 60 or 70 of them. Just put it in like a grid, like Connect 4 style. What a nightmare life. I remember this one time, right? I had like 5 of them or something. And the only food I had was a box of cornflakes. And I vividly remember, like, watching something on YouTube. I don't even remember what it was. And eating an entire box of cornflakes with my hands. Kind of like this motherfucker. He's eating cornflakes right out of the bag with his hands. And the next day, all I see is this empty bag of cornflakes next to my fucking computer chair. And I remember thinking to myself, man, I really got to rethink my fucking life here. And I upgraded to kicks, so. Boop. God damn it. Fuck you. Do I also pick it up and use it here, or?
Cole, find the security station. I can't do dick without that L1 card.
That's adorable, and this should still not be, like, moving, but. No, the only reason I remember that night is because behind me I used to have like this whiteboard. I'm like, I'm gonna get my shit together, and I had all these little dry erase markers and stuff like that. And I remember one night, this is back when my neighbor downstairs was always like a super fucking asshole. So I would talk at a low whisper, and he would like write really passive aggressive letters. He once peered in my window like a fucking lost boy, and he's like, "Oh my God, what is wrong with you? You're doing this." I'm like, "That's the creepiest thing I've ever seen." I thought it was like my roommate fucking with me, but I'm like, "Why are you doing this?" It was pretty frightening. So we need a second arm here, I think. But yeah, from that story I was just telling, sort of so easily getting sidetracked from. The FOV's disorienting. I had this whiteboard behind my chair, and I remember like 2:30 in the morning, I accidentally knocked it off the wall, and it slammed on the ground. I'm like, oh, fuck. This asshole's going to come up here and do this. And I just waited, and he started knocking on my front door. And I was thinking to myself, fuck him. What I should do is I should go around and file a noise complaint for him knocking on my door at 2:30 in the morning. Be like, he's drunk. Help. This cretin is fucking with me. I didn't actually do anything like that, but he eventually moved out, and I hope he's dead now. So, where the fuck am I? Okay, so I have this, obviously. Duh.
Cole, find the security station.
I know what.
Dick without that L1 card.
I have the feeling I'm missing something here. Oh, goddamn it. Maybe it's something in the room I have to scan. I just haven't been paying attention. I've been rambling on like a retard. Still eating them cornflakes? How many of them is there left? How many's left, homie? I mean, oh, God damn it. Oh, air sample. Fuck you. Double fuck you.
I need that access card or we're screwed.
Son of a bitch. Leave me alone. Oh, I had 2 arms the entire time? Or I used mine. Okay. Fuck you, asshole. Every enemy in this game looks like Arcane from Swamp Thing. Prove me wrong. You can't, because he does. This old fucking prune head looking motherfucker. He's just missing the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde purple suit. Oh, Lord. If you have something that has security clearance, and that is incredibly important, and is necessary to make sure
Where's that security card?
that crazy things don't happen, why would you make it so, like stand out so much? That's just a bad fucking idea.
Good job, Cole. Pass that on to Crispy.
Crispy?
Yes, now we're talking. Back to the front. Take him out. Cole, covering position. Keep me covered. Keep that door covered. Cover that door. Cover that door. How much longer? Almost there. Almost there.
Physically shielding him.
Killing me, Crispy. Hurry it up. Working on it. Working on it. Got it. Let's get out of here. Move in.
Area secure.
He's gone. Cool. Perfect.
I'm always surprised by man's ability to
Ethan?
survive even the most hopeless of
E
circumstances.
ETHEN?
We lost
That's just
the game,
defensive.
but we each got stronger to make up for it. If we can hook up with Delta Team, me, Ramirez, and Crispy stand one hell of a chance of making it out of here alive.
I'm not going to hook up with Delta Team unless they're like, I don't know, they have a good personality or, you know, just chill as fuck.
We've got to find our way through here. Can you show us the best way?
The controls are upstairs, but we're not having much luck getting to them.
Why are you yelling at me?
Your way into that control station and open up that door.
Contact!
That's the metric, right? That's the metric that you can use to gauge how I feel about a game. That's why usually, like, when I play a game and I'm not on stream, I don't throw it up here, because when I'm really enjoying something, I get quieter and quieter and quieter. Every once in a while, I just might be like, wow, that's great, and then just like shut the fuck up. It's part of the reason why I didn't do any of my recent Assassin's Creed Origins playthrough. It's because I had a lot of fucking fun with that. I had some great times. In stark contrast to that, I'm thinking about doing like a marathon of Shadow of War. Fuck. Shit. Fuck you. Don't make the wet noise. I'm also almost dead. Holy shit.
All security personnel, please report in.
So, yeah, I played the shit out of Shadow of Mordor. I strangely enough, I bought the game when it came out, right? And I ended up playing it in like 2016, 2017. 2017. I played it so much that I got a platinum trophy. I really enjoyed the game. I couldn't get enough, right? I actually went ahead and went through it again on Xbox One. So, I think when I start the Shadow of War playthrough, I might want to just do like a fucking marathon or something like that. I really... Some of the crazy shit you get into, especially with that fucking Nemesis system, is just worth going ahead and documenting. God damn you.
I'd already be up the ladder.
Go fuck yourself. Go get up the ladder, idiot. We saw our friends get their heads fucking torn off. It's not up for discussion. We either live or we die. Deputy dickhead. Fuck you. I watched glasses die. Right in front of my fucking eyes. Face down in the mud. So is there nothing to go through here right and now? Or shit, I mean... I like how half of it's concrete and half of it's like... I think that's supposed to be concrete or... it almost looks like cubicle type ceilings. Shit. Shit, fuck. Ah, there's the ladder. Somewhere else I have to go, is there? Nice. Oh, fuck, really? Am I not supposed to be here? Getting the feeling like I'm not supposed to be here. Oh, shit. That felt really good. How the fuck am I going to get up there, then?
Area secure.
Cole, get a move on and open up that door.
Nope. Already know that doesn't work. What's funny is, at a certain point, after a certain amount of drinks, it's like watching a rat in a maze. You're just waiting to see when he's going to eat the poison cheese, or if he's just going to, like, curl up in a ball in one corner of the maze. It's kind of what Twitch is like, really. Oh, hey. This is what I'm supposed to do. That squishy noise, man. Come on. Oh, stop that. Oh, hell yeah. Good. Okay, so I can do... Wait, do I have to do it three? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Fuck you. With some quality of life improvements, I have the feeling that this could be fairly entertaining. I'm not even bothered by the fact that all these enemies are the same right now, and I know later that they get better. These enemies currently are based on, like, directly from the arcade game, and to be fair, I mean, the like design, the art and stuff like that is cool. I like that. I also like the never-ending onslaught of the enemies. I mean, it's like, fuck. You're thinking in your head, leave me the hell alone. But that's part of the frantic pace of what's actually making this really entertaining. I don't feel like, okay, I have to slowly move down this corridor. Okay, someone's jumping out this room, shoot them. Someone's jumping out of the vent here, shoot them.
Cole, hurry! Get out of here! Hurry! You can do it, Cole, hurry! Come on! Son of a bitch! You're screwed with the capital F. Shut up, Crispy. There's got to be an override switch for... Shit! What was that? What the hell is that? Crispy, where are you? Base under full lockdown. Threat condition alpha. All security personnel, please report in. Cole? You there? Cole, if you can hear me, the captain's dead.
I think we hit that level. I think we hit the level where I'm really enjoying the game now. Okay. That's what's crazy, right? I don't know. I've told you before, the past 2 weeks, right? FPS Friday seems to be like an unmitigated success so far. This is starting like the initially I'm like, oh no, and this is building and building and building, and I'm getting to points in this where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember why I enjoyed this game so much. It's great. This is the third time we've done this. The first time I've played a game that I've already played before, and sure enough, well, actually, no, stage left. This is before for you, so I'm totally invested. Oh, this is this is fucked up. I just gotta listen to him. He's probably infected, and I probably gotta kill him.
My suit's fucked. I gotta get out of this. It's hard to breathe. Cole! Help me!
Didn't I just tell you that I like this game? Man, fuck, I feel vindicated. Like, this, yeah.
Command to Has Team Bravo. Status report.
This is Cole, sir.
Specialist Cole. Where's Ramirez?
Dead, sir. They're all dead.
Has Team Bravo, we did not receive your last transmission. Say again. Repeat. As Team Bravo, we did not receive your last transmission. Please, say again.
McCann, Ramirez, Crispy. We've been on 100 missions together. They didn't deserve to die like this. No one deserves to die like this.
I'm fucking invested. You know what I'm thinking? I want to do a test here. Just give me a second. I'm thinking to myself, is that going to work? I'm don't think that's gonna work. No, not that one. Ooh. No, that one won't work either. Okay, never mind. Oh shit. Because on one hand, I'm thinking this game is widescreen. On another hand, I think it might be something with how the aftermarket cable I have works. I have this like $30 or $40 HDMI adapter I bought for Xbox on Amazon like months ago. It's certainly made it much easier to be able to stream games from the Xbox, but at the same time, I mean, it's not going to be like one of those crazy mods you'll see from like iFix Arcade or Team Spooky or some shit, like the real heavyweight like electrical engineer shit. But I mean, it's enough to get the job done mostly. And honestly, in a lot of cases, it would probably be smarter for me to emulate these titles, but I just don't want to. Like, I prefer to play them on the original hardware. I just wish there were better ways for me to display what I was seeing. I could probably do that through like an OSCC or some shit like that, but or is it OSSC? I don't know. What the fuck do you think I'm streaming this on right now? Oh, you actually can't see it from there. Yeah, you see? Oh, god damn it. This USB is so short. Anyway, you can probably see it down there, the original Xbox. There's actually a CRT TV next to it, but you can't see it through the table I have. I'm trying so desperately to... Oh, I can't. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we're actually playing this on an original Xbox right now. My original Xbox, so that's what we're doing. Yeah. You say that, but I really want to wait for the new port and then see how it is. Because if it's better in a technical capacity, cool. We'll play that one. If it isn't, and it has like... Well, I mean, I can't imagine they changed the voice acting. Because, I mean, one of the greatest lines of video games of all time is, "I'm the president. I make the impossible possible every day." So, I mean, I do have a CDR somewhere, or a CDRW or something like that, that has Metal Wolf Chaos on it. That's how I originally played it. It's weird also how From Software thinks that San Francisco is entirely just Chinese. It's not fair. It's about 95%. I'm Chinese. I'm just one of those secret agents. So, yeah, I mean, I have a copy over here if it's like a thing that we want to do, but definitely. I definitely can do that at some point. This is quite literally an HDMI adapter I bought for the original Xbox, for my original Xbox. And funny enough, my original Xbox, I went ahead and modded with a 500 gig hard drive like a month or two ago. So I have the ability to play a lot of these games. But hell, that's how I played Miami Vice the other week. Die? Die, please. Thank you.
I'm happy to see a familiar
Cool.
face. I'd be happy to see a lot more than one.
We got blindsided. Some kind of, creature kept us pinned down here.
Creature? That was an alien, Lieutenant.
Aliens or not. We need to get those artillery turrets loaded to stop the next...
Here they come again. Cole, stay close.
When I finish this drink, I'm going to go ahead and go on another rant. Because you guys have obviously pointed out that I do go on quite a bit of drunken rants. Hopefully I provide some good information, but I'll give you some really weird shit. What good is somebody who's going to go on Twitch if they aren't going to say weird shit, right? What? Oh, that's what I needed. Okay.
Upstairs, Cole. Grab the ammo magazines and load up those turrets.
Hello, baby. Hello, my future victim. This is when my guns come out.
I can use that ammo, Cole.
Is this where I get to unleash my fan favorite? It is. Suck my gun, dick. I can't kill my friends, so might as well throw some fucking grenades. That just makes me think of Andy Samberg saying "Ultimate Punch" from Hot Rod. Immediately getting his ass whooped. I'm going to state in no uncertain terms that the battle that we're in right now is fucking awesome. I'm getting attacked by a bunch of fucking chuds. I got some guns. My homies is here. I'm drunk. This is the greatest shit in the world.
Okay, let's get that comm working. Cole, find a way to get that system up and running.
I am very fucking happy with this game right now. I am so glad that I'm having this much fun with something that it potentially could have just like super disappointed me, but no, we're good. I'm happy as fuck right now. Yep. Sorry, folks, I gotta dodge through this vent here.
Cole, looks like you found the problem. Now there's gotta be some tools around here to repair it.
Shit. The best part is all this back and forth in these environments. Good usage of the map. It's not just go to point A, go to point B, go to point C. There's interplay between all the various areas of this. Oh, fuck yeah! Fuck yeah, I'm killing some fucking aliens. Aliens look like they should be harassing Swamp Thing, but instead they fucking with me and I killed that bitch. So much fun. Me happy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Everything is awesome. A lot more vocal than I usually am when I'm happy. Playing a game. Usually I'm just sitting here like, fucking ramboing out. Fuck you. I'm a human, motherfucker.
Nice job, Cole. It's up and running.
Awesome.
Now radio bridges.
They do kind of, but they really do look like Arcane from Swamp Thing. I've brought him up multiple times because it's a common design. He's all like wrinkly and he's got a bunch of ridges on his forehead, like he's like proto fucking Klingon. These ones especially, total Arcane.
Lieutenant. We've located an armory ahead for additional supplies. We're working on extracting you now.
Roger that. Marco, put that cannon to good use. Let's recon that storage area. Follow me, Cole.
Behind! Enemy down! Got it.
Now we're talking. Grab some explosives. I'll cover you here.
Cool. I have one question for you. Does this not look like it's fun as fuck? Because I'm having a ball. Right? Getting attacked by fucking shrimps and shit. Scrimps. Being assholes. Is that are these things supposed to be grabbing? I mean, oh no, these ones, okay. Fuck. Can't parkour because it's 2004 and they didn't invent that in every video game yet. I got an idea. I don't know about you, but I'm having a ball. That's a nice coat you're wearing. Shit. It actually does take line of sight into account. I didn't expect it to. Point game. Oh shit, I guess I can't really do anything with that. I mean... Wait, hold on a second, right? Let's get through there. I feel like I should be able to go through here. If I hold this, do I go prone and I can walk through? No, I guess not. No, that's just where the enemies were supposed to be. Okay. Oh, why did I throw that grenade? Oh, I see what's... Oh, okay, I see it. I see it. Never mind. Just a hole in the floor. There we go. Good night, sweet prince. I can't go too much louder. I could do some really fucking weird ass laughs. So it's gonna. It's 12:26 right now, and for some reason, this last 30 seconds, I've decided to spare my neighbor. Nice. Oops, I accidentally blew your brains out. My bad. Sorry, homie. Ooh, slick as fuck. Bye. I feel like I should be probably scanning them too, but there's no achievements to get, so I don't give a fuck. Okay, so this is the way we gotta go. Oh, it's dual shotguns. It's fucking dualies. It's not head crabs. They are not head crabs because they didn't say they're head crabs. They're head crabs. They're not head crabs. Duh.
Cole, hand me the explosives and hop into that turret. All right, Cole, get ready while I set the explosives.
Fuck yes.
Okay, Cole. Take aim and shoot the explosives.
Area secure.
Oh, it's the best kind of a turret. It's an explosive turret. Land that I love. Take that, Hitler. Yeah! Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Coming again to save the motherfucking day now. God. We're real happy right now. We're in a good place. We're in a good zone. What the fucking shitting fuck? Uh-oh.
What the hell?
Please give me more America juice. Something in me tells me I could probably rip his arm off later and use it as a weapon. Might be the Half-Life of it. Aliens, your game is through. Cause now you have to answer to Area 51. Coming again to do Covenant, motherfucker. Wait. I didn't think that out. Never mind. Do Covenant again to save the motherfucking day now? No. Never mind. Don't worry. It fizzled out. Don't worry. Fuck. Shit. Shitting fuck. Fucking shit. You'll make things better.
My God, who could have built this? Looks like some kind of launch tube, but it's way too big for a weapon.
See, I'm not bad in thinking this is a really cool game, right?
Truth is stranger than fiction with this place.
Some people don't remember fucking games.
Come in.
I remember fucking games.
My team is dead. Cole and I-
Maybe it'll take 20 years before people will respect shit like this, right? But Area 51 was fucking cool. Let's be honest here, right? Some things take time to appreciate. Sometimes you'll have a movie that comes out, nobody likes it. Sometimes you have a movie that comes out and everybody likes it, and it suddenly is shit because people know that it's not good. Sometimes you have something that comes out and nobody sees it. Then 20 years later, people see it, and then there's the ability to either confirm or deny its quality, or people to enjoy it or analyze it, and things like that. It's just... I'm going to ask you a question that's going to date me a little bit in a second.
Your blood runs dark and diseased. Your weak, insignificant shell turns against you. Find the anti-mutagen, and you may find a better death.
That's Marilyn Manson, by the way. I didn't like Halo when it came out. I'll just announce that too. Sure, I probably told you before.
Is there such a thing? I have to be hallucinating. Madness must be a side effect of the virus. I know this much. Chew is dead, but as long as I'm still breathing, there's nothing else but to follow that voice.
Okay, right? Obviously, I'm dated in this shit because this is like stuff that I'm like, oh, cool. You know, I'm going to play this fucking Xbox FPS from 2004. I never played. Well, actually, I did play. I never liked Halo 1 or 2 because I had an Xbox, but I had a PC, and I had other systems, and I had a brain that functioned, and I just, oh boy, this is a little bit too heavy of a topic. Tell you what, right? I have a lens for my DSLR coming tomorrow. I'm planning to do a lot of like weird videos and shit like that. One of them I really want to do on like things I think about Halo in general. Halo in general is like an oft-worshipped series that just does not fucking deserve it. It's not just that I liked Unreal Tournament. It's just that the Unreal Tournament did things that Halo tried to do, but in a much more solid way. Halo feels, gameplay-wise, like a poor version of Unreal Tournament. Halo, scientifically speaking, in terms of Halo's like science fiction and stuff like that, it's really one of those things where, do the extended universe. I'm not going to play the fucking like audio novel. I'm not going to read the books and shit like that. If you can't make the fucking game good, don't make a fucking game. Don't do that. And the game's okay. The game has a lot of redeeming factors and stuff like that. I don't really want to get into that right now. Mostly because I'm just enjoying my beverages. I seem very aggressive suddenly, even though I'm really happy with Area 51. So, yum. Damn. So, what are we doing here? Or what the fuck? Oh, we're meleeing people. I'm an alien now, apparently. I'm alien as fuck. David Duchovny is an alien, and he's following Marilyn Manson's voice into... Oh, this totally makes sense because the two of them talked to each other on Californication, and they were already friends, and they probably hung out and hooked this up. Well, you know what? I hope they make millions more things because this is great as hell. So, how do I melee this elevator into existence? How do I melee myself a pizza? How do I... Alien? Alien? This can't be aliening with the stars, can it? Oh, look. Ladder. You know what's going to be really fucking crazy? Can you imagine, like, 5, maybe 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years in the future when they're going to do, like, Criterion Collection type re-releases of games? It's going to happen. So you're going to have, like, this company has gotten all the rights for this game, and all the voice actors are dead and shit like that. So they don't have to worry about like licensing and things like that. I think those two sentences just confused, and I fucked with each other. Anyway, just ignore what I'm saying and listen to what I'm saying. So, like, say, for example, a company 100 years in the future is like, hey, here's Resident Evil 2 and all the 13 remakes it's gotten. Or, here's this really, really obscure horror game for the PS1. And, well, actually, from an outsider's perspective, I mentioned there Resident Evil 2, and then I mentioned something else, and just so happened to line up with that, so my apologies. Here's Ju-On the Grudge from the Wii for 2009. Let's go ahead and re-release it for cell phones in 21010. Nobody's going to really care about the license for any of those titles and shit like that, but it'll be interesting to see how they re-release and re-release and re-release. If you're willing to buy Blade Runner 5,000 times like I am, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm that guy. I'm the guy who bought Taxi Driver 4 times, so, I mean, if you're willing to be that person, it's... I want to see how they're going to handle it with interactive media. You're seeing a little bit of it right now, where, like, with the Xbox One, it's like, oh, the Arkham Asylum collection. Or you see it on PC, where Night Dive is re-releasing Turok 1 and 2, and System Shock and shit like that. I want to see what the natural conclusion is going to be, because eventually we're going to get to the point where technology is so like bite-sized and insignificant that it's not like, oh, what's your system requirements? It's like, oh, okay, you can run this because it's this thing that came out 100 years ago. It's like playing a Buster Keaton GIF on a fucking phone from 2019, right? So I don't know where the hell I'm going. Did I die? Did I just die? I died. Oh no. Rage Wars. Okay, so hold the fuck up. If you played Rage Wars, okay, I assumed after your fear ignorance or your fear of knowledge, as I could say, that you didn't really know what was going on. But I mean, if you played fucking Rage Wars, you're kind of in the class. Maybe you just ignored it. There are plenty of games that I ignored that everybody beloved, so can't really hold that against you. But wasn't Rage Wars with the black cart? The last time I tried to do a multiplayer game with the PC version of Turok 2 was 2003. And there were servers up. Of course, not now, because obviously GameSpy is dead, but... So here's a real real talk question, right? If I were to hold a GoldenEye multiplayer game, would anybody give a fuck? Like, maybe I would. I had this weird idea the other night, right? Where one of the people I used to play GoldenEye with, right? I invited him to work with me right now, and he does currently work with me. I've known him for years and years. Cool. There are two people who used to play the game with as well, who we both haven't talked into, Jesus, for like 5 or 10 years. I thought it would make for an entertaining fucking video to do like a 2-hour video of me playing GoldenEye with people I haven't talked to in years and years and years, right? Did I just die? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I wondered if that would be a funny thing. Like, what would happen if you invited all the people you used to play GoldenEye with to play GoldenEye with you? I think it'd be entertaining. Like the other two people I have in mind, I haven't talked to in respectively 20 and 10 years. So here, I'll give you I'll give you I was about to say 1,000, and I realized what my bank account looks like. I'll give you 1,000 pesos if you would go ahead and play GoldenEye with us on stream. If you have any projects you want to like promote, you can do that on my channel on YouTube that has 16 subscribers, because I've never posted anything other than one video of 2 pigeons fighting over a hot dog. That's what 40 Ounce Gorilla does, right? They're probably not. They're probably shit. Oh, don't make a squish noise when I acquire the health. So me personally, right? Like, I've always wanted to do like weird shit on YouTube and shit. Not because I want to get... I'm not like I want to be an internet celebrity, and then I want to deal with all the associated problems with people knowing me. I'm very happy with the fact that nobody knows who the fuck I am. Hammarkey, the fact that you come in here and you watch me play fucking video games and shit, that's cool. Like, that is enough for me. I am glad you come here. You know why? Because you're not a fucking asshole. You're not a fucking... Well, I mean... I don't know that for a fact. You're not a fucking asshole. I can get here. A couple people watch me here and there. Cool. Perfect. Like, there are people who want to actually spend their time here. Right? When you get to be like a large conglomerate, or like a Maximilian dude, or like somebody who has like I'm not using it as a derogatory term. I actually really like that guy. That guy is so fucking nice. He's the nicest man in the world in person. I've talked to him before. He's great. So, you are coming in here and you're like, hey, I'm positive. Hey, I'm positive too. I shit on some of these games I play that kind of suck, but I try to be positive. Oh, okay. Then we can find like a friendship through that. We're good. So, I feel like a lot of YouTube, Twitch, etc. is all about like, oh, I fucking hate this. I'm better than this. This shit sucks. And just, I don't want to do that. Like, the whole reason I play these games, right? The whole reason I play these weird fucking games, or these off the beaten path stuff, or obscure titles, is because I feel like in some capacity, every single video game that has ever been released, yeah, every single one, figure that one out. Every single video game that's ever been released has some sort of redemptive value. There's something. There is something in every single one of them. I have to keep that positive mindset, right? Because if not, then like, what are you gonna do? You just like shit in your bed until you die? I mean, you have to. You have to assume positive intent. Otherwise, you're gonna just like creep the fuck out and just do sad shit. So I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that. I choose to live, damn it. Take that, fucker. Well, that's the thing, though. As you're saying, I mean, it's not like people make games to not be fun. Unfortunately, there's like a backlash culture. I distinctly recall a guy saying he couldn't program an ending for his try game, so he made it unbeatable. It's okay. It's a different era. It doesn't really mean the same thing. But it's an entirely different mindset, right? There's this outrage culture that everyone thinks that, how fucking dare you? You made this thing. Oh, I'm so angry. It's like, no, I mean, you can have a creative pursuit, right? You can have a creative pursuit. Let's say you have 60 people. 60 fucking people. This is thousands of years in terms of lifespan, right? Jesus Christ. Thousands of years in terms of lifespan. You have these people, and they're working hard. They all have a common goal. They have 2 or 3 people, or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, who will tell them what their common goal is, and they'll all work towards that goal. And some of them might be like, well, that's kind of messed up, but I'm just going to do my job. And some of them will be like, I don't really agree with that. I'm going to do a little bit different than what they told me to do. And it's the social nature of fucking life, pretty much. Like, you can't really get too down on it. A game, just like any effort, just like an artistic effort, just like no, actually, I think that's the only real pursuit you can have in life. Artistic effort. After that, it's like, well, no. Any effort in life where you have multiple parties involved, and they're all trying desperately to do some sort of goal, there's going to be a little bit of variance. As the FDA says, in every single piece of food, there's a very minimally allowable percentage of rat feces, insect parts, my middle finger. My middle finger's in a lot of meals in the U.S. I think the allowable percentage is at least 25%, but that's the way it goes. So. David Duchovny, take me away. This whole night has gotten really fucked up. Mostly because I didn't eat anything for lunch, so. Super trashed. Fuck you. Anyway. The only thing I really meant to impart in that weird rant where I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing, and I couldn't figure out like a solid, cohesive narrative. I respect people who work on video games because I can't make them. I don't have those skills, and surprisingly enough, you can make a work like this and have it be not 100% positive. You can make something that's like, okay, it's kind of good. It's good enough for me. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing of all time. There's one of those things in history, right, Yeah, I was actually, but if you really want to get into like the testing aspect of it, it's really hard. Testers testers get blamed for a lot of shit, right? Testers get blamed for a lot of shit. They really don't have much of an involvement in the process. I'm trying to get out of this level. If I can get out of this level, I'll explain what I'm talking about. If I can get out of this level, we will unlock what I'm talking about. There we go. That's what we were missing. You have the correct attitude. That's something that a lot of people don't pick up on as well. Like you know what you're doing, right? So here's the thing: like when a game is submitted for approval, it also depends too, whether or not it's a first-party game, which means that it's whoever has created the system. So if it's a Sony game, if it's a Microsoft game, if it's a Nintendo game, that's where it depends on the degree. Like you can have a game, but let's say, for example, Sega releases a game on PlayStation. That game is going to have different restrictions if they were to release that game on fucking Xbox One. Because the platform holder... Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay. Good. That platform holder is going to tell them, hey, you can't do X, or you should do X. I can't really do much with this vent. So we've had to deal with all kinds of crazy-ass things, like... Microsoft has different TCRs, technical certification requirements. So does Nintendo, so does Sony. You have to abide by different rules by submitting games to different platforms, and you have different teams testing different SKUs of the game. It's, oh, God, it's... I work in credit card processing right now, so it's much easier, and that's frightening to me because that whole payment industry is crazy shit too, so... What the fuck? I just fall through the floor? I totally fell through the floor. The fuck? Okay, we're good here, apparently. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, actually, because I saw that and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't feel like I did anything wrong, but... I'm not allowed to interact with that because I'm a filthy fucking alien. My apologies to any aliens that may be watching this. I'm so sorry. I'm only able to do what I can with what I have. Come the fuck on! Ah. Oh. I'm a monster. Roar. Well, as I mentioned the other night, at least when I was with Sega, it cost $40,000 per submission. I know some games were submitted as many as 5 or 6 times. Think about that shit. Think about the amount of money you have every day, and think about a company spending upwards of $200,000 just to push through a game that nobody wants to fucking play. That's it's enough to make your blood boil, isn't it? The worst part is when you have all the people who are involved directly in the games, who are passionate, and you have all the people who are producers on the games, who are more concerned about spending the marketing budget on cases for their Warhammer figures, as opposed to being able to actually afford proper marketing and things like that for games that are actually legitimately good. So, oh Lord. Where the fuck am I going here? I feel like I got 1 life left in me, but let's try this out. Good Lord!
My time is precious. You must find Dr. Cray. Only he can prevent your descent into madness. Find the mutagen.
It's Marilyn Manson.
Sure, Cray finds you.
Nice. We got a checkpoint. Okay. So, I'll tell you what right now, right? I really gotta piss. I gotta shit, I gotta piss. Probably both into my open mouth, which is... don't worry yourself about me and my crazy, like, Duke and puke. I'm trying everything I can to save this. I'm sorry. It does look like the guy from Half-Life. It looks like the guy from Half-Life. Okay, so Hamarchy, can you tell me if you ever if you have ever played Half-Life? Tell me about Gordon Freeman. Tell me about the G-Man. Tell me about everything there. Tell me right now. I'm putting you on the fucking spot. Tell me about Half-Life. Tell me about it right now. Because if you can't tell me about it, I'm going to threaten you. I'm going to point a finger in your face. I'm going to tell you I'm going to buy you the game. And then we can both stream you doing it. I mean, we can do that there, too. I mean, I have no problem buying that game for you. I paid fucking like $30 for it originally. Back in, what, 2099? So... Oh, Ray Story. Oh, I'm so sorry for you showing up right now. Oh, no. Oh, man. Okay. It makes sense. So, Roy Story, right? This game is awesome as fuck. I got a little bit rowdy, so I can't really do it as much justice as I'd like to, but it's a fun fucking game. David Duchovny's doing a great job. So is Marilyn Manson. They're both doing great fucking jobs in Area 51. Hamarchy here, though, he's never played Fear. Or she? I mean, I don't want to judge or anything like that. They've never played Fear or I'm doing a thing. They never played Fear or Half-Life, apparently. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Marilyn Manson is the alien in this game. Yeah, he is. I'm not making like a joke or anything like that. He is. Why do you think Marilyn Manson showed up in fucking Californication? Because he knew Duchovny and they're cool dudes. So I hated TF2. Half-Life 2 is okay. Okay. Hammer Key. Can you go ahead and on IRC like or Discord or anything like that, just send me your account. I'm gonna send you some games, right? Roy Story, send me your account. I'm gonna actually subtract games from your account. I'm gonna talk to Gabe. We tight, so I'm gonna make sure that you actually lose things. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I am both a vengeful and benevolent God. Yeah. Steamy. Put a steamer in my fucking chest, bro. If you're going to send a spud to me, I mean, first of all, so the video rolls. Secondly, I don't know what that means. You mean like Spuds McKenzie? Like the Budweiser little dog? That's adorable. I would let him lick my face all night, and then I would actually send you beer too, because he probably has the hookup. So I'd be fucking that dog all night. God damn it! Holy shit! 5 viewers, 3 viewers, 1 viewers, negative 14 viewers. What the fuck? What's happening here? You terrorists. There's this fuck up adventure game from '96 called Spud, and you see naked Santa's reindeer in it. It's on Steam, and it's probably a place that I don't want to be in. I'll tell you what place I do want to be in. Motherfucker, I would love to go get some chicken nuggets. I'm going to do that right now. Unfortunately, that means that I'm going to disconnect from the world. I'm going to disconnect from our connection. I love you so much. I love you. I love you so goddamn much. But unfortunately, I have to leave because I need chicken nuggies. Nuggies, Mom. So. Hey, Roy Story, don't worry about it, man. Not only do we have the archives where we were playing Area 51, which, thankfully, fucking yes, it holds up to all my expectations. This game is great. This game is fucking great. This game is fucking great. I'm really happy with it. And Hamarchy, thank you for showing up. Thank you, all of you, for showing up. I would play this dumb thing in the... I don't know why I keep doing this. Because you know how the internet works. If you really fucking cared, you would like, oh, yeah. Like fucking like whack-a-mole type shit. But you don't have to. You don't have to. All I gotta do is make sure you follow my pretty fucking face. And we'll see each other later, okay? I do apologize for that. But simultaneously, I don't. Wink. See you later, motherfuckers. Oh my God. Hopefully they still see me after tomorrow.